Valuable tips for storage of clean water in a conflict war zone, as in the case of eastern Ukraine. UNICEF reported in mid-2022 that 1.4 million people were without running water across war-affected eastern Ukraine. During the intensified phase of the fighting, damages to the water network and power cuts left an additional 4.6 million people across Ukraine without adequate access to safe water. Ensuring a clean and safe water supply in conflict zones is crucial because contamination can lead to diseases like cholera, dysentery, and other waterborne illnesses. Here are 7 steps to store water safely in war or conflict zones and save thousands and potentially millions of lives. 1. Source selection. The distance from contamination is significant. Always choose water sources as far away as possible from potential contamination areas, such as latrines, waste dumps, or dead animals. Pay attention to the role of natural barriers. Spring water or groundwater sources, which are naturally filtered, are generally safer than open sources like rivers or ponds. 2. Storage containers. The type of storage container adds to the safety of the drinking water. Use food-grade storage containers. Avoid containers that previously held chemicals or non-food substances. Covering of the containers holding the water. Always cover the vessels which carry the water to prevent dust, insects, or external pollutants contamination by dust, insects, or external pollutants. The size of the containers holding the water matters. Smaller containers reduce the risk of contamination, as less water is exposed when used. However, they might need to be more practical. 3. Water treatment. Good old-fashioned boiling is golden. Boil water for at least 10 minutes to kill most pathogens. Good old-fashioned chlorination is silver. Use water purification tablets or household bleach. Be sure to follow guidelines for the correct dosage and allow enough contact time for effective disinfection. To learn more about water chlorination, see the World Health Organization's Principles and Practices of Drinking Water Chlorination, a guide to strengthening chlorination practices in small to medium-sized water supplies. You can download a free copy at https://apps.who.int/iris/rest/bit streams/10866030/retrieve. A well-managed filtration small or large plant or house portable filter is necessary. Use portable water filters that can eliminate bacteria, protozoa, and, in some cases, viruses, or a small or large-scale filtration plant. Solar disinfection is also effective and cheap. Put the water in clear plastic bottles, fill them and leave them under full sunlight for 6 to 8 hours, or 2 days if it's cloudy. UV radiation can help kill pathogens. 4. Storage location is everything, and the following factors make a lot of difference. Elevation. If possible, store water containers off the ground to minimize the risk of contamination from ground-level threats, example, rodents. Cool and dark place. Exposure to sunlight can degrade plastic containers over time and promote algae growth in the water. Store in a cool, dark place. 5. Hygiene practices prevent wash, which means water, sanitation, and hygiene diseases, and you have to ensure the following is done correctly. Handling. Always use clean hands or utensils when drawing water from the storage. Avoid dipping potentially contaminated objects or hands into the main supply. Rotation. Rotate the stored water periodically. Consume older stock first and replenish it with freshly treated water. 6. Protection measures in conflict zones. The use of military strategy is necessary as water supply is often a target by the opponents in conventional and unconventional warfare. Camouflage. In areas with a risk of attack, camouflage water storage units to make them less visible. Redundancy. Consider multiple smaller units scattered across different locations instead of one large storage unit. If one gets contaminated or destroyed, others may remain intact. Monitoring. Assign individuals to monitor water sources and storage units. This ensures early detection of any tampering or contamination risks. 7. Educate the community as a well-informed community will help prevent waterborne disease outbreak or help curb them as soon as it starts. Therefore, carry out the following. Training. Conduct training sessions on safe water practices in community settings. This will help in both the storage and consumption phases. Information distribution. Distribute pamphlets or brochures detailing water purification and storage methods. Safe water storage is crucial, especially in conflict zones with heightened risks. Continuous monitoring, education, and adherence to safety practices can mitigate many of these risks.